So Eco Deck composite decking installation. Here's the stairs. We needed to clad the stairs so we can walk the stairway to heaven to the deck. And now we actually have got stairs to get up, and we are just cracking on with laying these Eco Deck boards. So quick little instruction or tutorial on how to install them. These are our normal spacing 3mm clips, and the 2 prongs go into the board that's already down, and if you've got strong fingers you can just tap them in like that so they're nice and all the way home. Then you go along each joist and put one in. In the center joist there is a locking clip which look like that, and they are required, one per in the center of each length of board to lock it down. And then we just go along with each with the screws and just screw them all off into the hole. So once that whole run is complete, we just use the next board, slide it across, and then in a highly technical way I just walk along and tap the board up into the clips with the toe of my shoe, and then it just drives it all the way home to the correct spacing, and then we just rinse and repeat, and that is all there is to it. So nice and quick. Once you actually complete all the original infrastructure and edging, when you start laying full boards, it's just sort of nice and quick, very repetitive, very monotonous, but kind of a good system. There's sort of good and bad about this Eco Deck, which I won't get into now, but yeah, when we're in this position it does seem to all happen quite fast, because it's probably taken us, I don't know, within an hour to get down that amount of boards, whereas if we were using hardwood decking where we had to face fix and screw them down, it would take quite a bit longer, I would say. So yeah, like I say, there are good and bad, pros and cons to it, but this is pretty much how we're doing it, and pretty much how we recommend anyone else should do it too. So anyhow, I just thought it's worthwhile showing you how we get this in. If I just slide that across, and then we come down here, these clips are 3mm spaced, so we just use a decking spacer because you can't actually get the clip in on this end of the board. That's just not how they're designed. So I just put a deck spacer in, slide it back, get it up to the clips, keep it tight into the end there, and then I just go here and just tap it in with the toe of my boot. That's it. So it's all pretty easy done, and it doesn't have to be complex, but I guess there's little quirks that everyone will have when they install this stuff. I just wanted to talk about quickly the types of boards we're using and why they're spaced at 3mm. So these are flame fighter boards. They're they're made and engineered specifically for high bushfire risk areas, and they come in various different colors. In this case we are using shadow grey. And what's good about these is if you flip them over, there is a different colour on the other side. In this case, it's shadow grey, which is the ones we are going to see. On the other side, you can use snow gum. But anyhow, shadow grey is what the client has decided to go with. And for these boards, they recommend you use the 3mm quick fix kits, which are those clips I was talking about, because you need to minimise the actual gaps that are between the boards, so that in the case of a fire, embers cannot, or will find it harder to enter below into the substructure of the decking. So yes, that is they are the specs on the boards and why we are spacing them at 3mm. So yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, okay, so I just had another idea, and that's why I'm back again. I just thought I'd time how long it takes to put one board in. So that includes from the time the clips are on one side, and then the clock starts when you start to slide the next board across and clip it into the clips, and then put all the new clips in, including the locking clip, and then screwing it off. And I timed it just at normal speed without rushing or anything, just to give you a real sense of how long it actually takes. It's 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So less than 3 minutes to install one board. And then you get up, stretch your legs, stretch your back, and then maybe 5 minutes per board once all that's done. So you do the mathematics. 10 boards is, what's 10 boards? 10 times 3 is 30 minutes. So yeah, half an hour for 10 boards. Pretty good. Yeah, but like actually work time, we can, you know, by the time you just make little adjustments if you need to or whatever. So it's about working time. If you're averaging about 3 minutes a board, it's about half an hour for 10 boards. But, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy for a little bit, but... Here is the progress update. It's like half an hour later and we've laid the whole thing. Now that's actually a lie. It's a little bit longer than half an hour. I don't know how long, but anyhow, this is it. So my favourite part of the job is that line there. Look at that. Look at that. That line. Bam. Amazing how straight that is. I love that. So there's just one more board to go in there, but what needs to happen now is we need to take the end of all that off with a plunge saw, track saw, because we ran them long so we can get a nice laser cut finish, and then the two breaker boards, kind of like that, will go in there, and then we just repeat what we've just done today. There, then another set of breakers, there, another set of breakers, and then finish, and then the stairs, and then that's sort of the platform done. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that, and I'd love to hear what you think about that too, considering the technique, whether you like the technique, whether you've used these before, what's your experience, and yeah, blah blah blah. Anyhow, that's it. So talk to you soon.